Some of my background, my husband Bob and I and our 2 kids and our dog live on Sleepy Creek, about probably 3 miles downstream from Snake Eyes Development. We've lived there about 15 years, and that whole time we've played in the creek. My kids have fished in the creek. They've swum in it since they were babies. The dogs played in it. We've watched it over the 15 years flood in the spring, sometimes also in the fall, and we watched it in the summers get down to just a trickle. Right now, it's really fun because there's a little bit of water. The dog likes to play in it. There's a lot of foam. There's tons of this, dishwater-like soap, but brown foam. And we see that most of the years in pockets, around the creek. In the summer, we see a lot of algae. The development is too big for a rural area. Now, you mentioned 1,900 people. I read closer to 2,300. Either way, the town of Bath is somewhere around that size, right? That's a town. This is a rural area that's 15 miles south of Berkeley Springs and 20 miles north of Winchester. A development that size needs to be, that's called urban planning. That is not a rural subdivision. We do not have the infrastructure there. That you're talking about a sewage treatment plant that cannot be dumped into a creek. In the creek, I walk across the creek and it barely comes to my ankles. You can't dump in upwards of 160,000 gallons a day into a creek going up to my ankles. That's ridiculous. As Bert was saying, you're talking about a whole ecosystem now. He was talking about the biology around the creek. I'm talking about the ecosystem of the whole community, all the way down to the Chesapeake Bay, the people who are fishing, swimming, playing in it, the fish, the animals, the deer drinking out of it, the dogs playing in it. All of those things have to be considered. The development is not appropriate in the rural area where they want to put it. It's not appropriate. It shouldn't go in there. It's too big. Bad design. Bad design. So I think that it should be rejected, and I think all of us in the community, I like capitalism. I believe in making money. I think it's great. But this is not good design for anybody. So I think we all need to reject it, permit and everything.